Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Wednesday. It's Daryl here. It is bright and freaking early, man. It's 3 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, today is one of those mornings where I've been up since 1:30 looking for news stories and nothing really grabbed my attention. So I'm going to talk about recovery. And I've been wanting to make this video. I came across a product about 2 months ago. To be honest, I don't even remember how I came across this product. And it's for passing tests, passing UA tests. Okay, I just went over 30 seconds. Passing tests of your output, your liquid output for substances. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to use the word for the U. I don't know if I can or not in a monetized video. A UA test. And I came across this product. Let me talk about this. People probably wonder how I can get up at 1:30 in the morning. I get up at 1:30. I spend from 1:30 till about, first I say my prayers. I get up, I pray, and I meditate for 15 or 20 minutes every morning at 1:30. And I've been doing that for 17 years. And it's not because I'm overly religious or whatever. It's just something I do, something that starts my day. It's almost superstitious because I feel like my life, I feel so good and I feel so content in my life. I feel like whatever's worked for me before is still working for me, so I'm going to continue doing it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of thing. And then I do this video till about 4. I check. I'll watch the comments come in. I might answer some of the questions or comments, and then from 4 until 8. I work out for 4 hours every day. I work out 3 to 4 hours, a 10-mile bike ride. I walk 7 miles total. And I do an hour and a half of weights or pull-ups or push-ups or what have you. It's 4 solid hours of working out every day. And then I start my actual day with my artwork. I start painting, or I'll go to a gallery, or I'll go to my website where I sell my artwork, or eBay, or any one of the arts. I have there's probably about 10 different on Facebook, all these different areas I sell my artwork, or I'll go to mail out some of my art or what have you. And that's my day. And I'll probably fall asleep. By evening, I start reading. I'll go visit my family. And I had no idea how good life could be. If somebody took a video camera, and followed me on any given day. If you followed me for 24 hours, from yesterday's video to today, right now, for 24 hours, there's nothing I couldn't show here on YouTube. There's nothing I would have to hide. Nothing I would have to say, nothing I'd be ashamed of, nothing I'd be embarrassed of, nothing that I hide. And it is such a good feeling to live this way. I had no idea how much energy I expended covering up the way I was living, and I thought it was helping me back when I was using it. Only if you're just smoking weed or using other drugs or what have you. I used to think it was helping me. I thought, I need this. It's something or it's a reward for, that's what I used to tell myself. And once I got clean and sober, I look back and I was like, the energy and amount of time I spent every single day either looking for drugs or using drugs or looking for money or lying or trying to hide my drug use. I mean, that was a 24-hour job. And once that was gone, the weight off my back, the anxiety was, I couldn't believe how good it felt. The reason I'm talking about this, like I said, because I came across a product. I hope I could say this. It's called a Whizzinator. I had no idea this thing existed. I'm not going to put the link down below. It's basically a fake man part with a reservoir. And I guess it heats up the liquid to 98.6. And these things sell for, I started looking it up. I didn't even know these things existed until about a month or two ago. Back when I was using over 17 years ago. I don't think these things are around. And I think about the people that are using these either to cover up smoking pot or what have you. And don't you feel silly or ridiculous spending, you're spending $150 on this fake man part. And they have these for women too. They have them for women or unisex, I guess. Or then they have the one with the fake man part. And that's all it really is. Because this is the thing. I don't know how these people don't get caught. Because if somebody's watching a UA, if you have somebody supervising you, this man part, it looks like it is erect, to me at least. It looks like they bought something off a adult website and made this Whizzinator with it. So if you have somebody watching you, supervising you, and sometimes from what I remember, there was a mirror, and so they didn't have to watch, right there, so people could see in the mirror, if you were having a supervised UA, and it looks like you have it looks like you have wood during the, and if you're a guy, you can't produce if you have wood, so there's so many questions I have. Where do you buy the refills for this stuff? Let me tell you this. Back when I was I used to drive a truck, and I heard about this stuff it was called Golden Seal. This was over 20 years ago, and it's supposed to flush your system out of toxins, and it was supposed to be good for UAs. And I would carry this stuff in my truck because I used all the time. Every week, I would go out and spend my entire paycheck on cocaine, and then I would. That was on a Wednesday, and then they'd have random drug tests, and I eventually got caught and got fired. And I knew this was going to happen. I lost a great Teamster truck driving job because of this, because I was using, and then I lost the job after that. Another truck driving job. I couldn't even stay clean to pass the test to get the next job. I couldn't stay clean for 3 days to pass the next test after I got fired for the next job. And 2 weeks after I was learning that job, the UA came back and I got fired after 2 weeks because I couldn't even stay clean for 3 days. So I used to carry this stuff in my truck. I used to get it at a health food store. Like I said, this was 20 years ago. And I didn't know it. You're supposed to drink a lot of water with it, and it would. I remember making a mess of my, because liquid comes out of everywhere. It literally does clean you out. And I remember having to go home and change my clothes. Seriously, and and I look back at the things I used to do, trying to hide my drug use, and it's insane. And how much easier and how much happier. And I take all that energy that I used to use, like at this time of day, I don't think I said that in this video yet. At this time of day, right now, at 3 a.m., if I was still using, I'd be doing one of two things every day at this time, at 3 a.m., if I was still using. I'd be on my hands and knees, crumbing, looking for crumbs on the floor, or I would be going into withdrawals, or more than likely both. I'd be going into withdrawals and trying to figure out how I'm gonna get. I'd be counting the hours until I could go and call my dealer at 7 a.m. and how I'm gonna steal, beg, borrow, or whatever, $30 to get my next fix for the next day. That was every single day. So when I'm having a bad day now, if I'm a little unhappy or a little down, all I have to do is think back to 17 or 18, 20 years ago about what I would be doing right now. And it's like, oh my God, my life is I get goosebumps. My life is so freaking good right now. The stuff I used to do, the lies, I had no idea how much it took out of me, how much energy it expended. I want to talk about this too, because I was talking about UAs. And I've been clean and sober, 100% for the last 17 and a half years. And I told you guys, I went to a lot of what helped me get clean and sober was medically assisted treatment. So I had regular urines at the methadone clinic. And I started working out like 16, 17 years ago. And I got healthy. I lost 98 pounds. I started working out every day. I drank a lot of water. I was worried about my liver. So I stopped I stopped taking caffeine. I cleared all caffeine out. No more Tylenol, no more Excedrin, so I'd have a healthy liver. But something happened, and this has to do with the UAs. One of my UAs came back, and it was too clean. It looked like I had flushed my system, and but because I didn't get in any trouble for it because, you can tell when somebody's clean. First of all, the people at the clinic, my counselor knew that I was clean, and I had clean tests for like a couple of years before, years before that, and and they knew that I worked out every day, and I guess they don't just check for. I'm not going to give you guys tips on how to beat a drug test. This stuff I know, that's not the point of this video. But they test for other things, and that's created by your liver or your muscles, and if your urine is too washed out, then they flag it and you fail, and I actually got my output was a little too clean, like I said, but it wasn't a problem because, like I said, there's other factors where they could tell, that you're not using. It's just amazing, the energy and time and anxiety and everything that I used to expend, the money for this Whizzinator, this ridiculous product. Do people, you never know when you're going to, a lot of times you never know when you're going to get a test. So do they carry this thing around with them? And it's just, I have so many questions. It comes in different colors too. So different color skins. It comes in like 5 different colors. There's one that's jet black. And I'm like, who has jet black skin? You could tell that they made this product from adult products. Like I said, it looks like an erect man part. It's ridiculous. The whole thing is ridiculous, man. If you're even if you're just smoking weed, man, trust me, how much money do you spend every week just smoking weed? Back when I was smoking weed 20, 30 years ago, I was spending $10 a day. So God knows what you guys are spending. It has to be hundreds of dollars a month, and if you have to cover it up or whatever, just even if it's legal, life is so much easier if you actually put your energy towards something positive, like exercise, working out, reading, expanding your mind, your spirit, your body. Life is so much better. Life, I had no idea how good life could be, how happy I could be. Recovery is possible. I'll be back later with another video. I will make another video today because I'm going to check the news again to see what's going on. I'll be back later with another video. You guys have a great Wednesday. Recovery is possible.